as Aston Lupton is on your lightweight pole, and it's Barry Lakes on your, sorry, Aston Lupton on your junior pole, Barry Lakes on your lightweight pole position. As it is lights out and away we go. There we go, that took us by surprise. So it's lights out and away we go. Aston Lupton in the juniors leading us away first. He's clear into the lead of the race. Keeping an eye on Leon Parker, who's in second position at the moment. He knows this track very, very well indeed, but he's under pressure from Blake Hutton as they make their way in to the first hairpin. Blake goes for a brave move down the inside line and gets it. He gets it ahead of Leon Parker. That's a fantastic move as the lightweights get themselves underway. It's Barry Lakes leading from Hassan Zafar into the first corner. Tom Shipman in third position. The juniors make their way through the second hairpin and past me up to the top of the circuit. And it's Leon Parker in third position at the moment. Jamie Sherman Chase started pretty far down the order here. He's already making himself a couple of positions. He's all over onto the grass into the second hairpin as there's a battle for third position. Hassan Zafar, car 28 at the moment, trying to defend. Tom Shipman's moved himself into second position with Barry Lakes still in the lead of this race. Leon Parker, meanwhile, all over the back of Blake Hutton as they make their way into Paddock Bend. Now, a correction from earlier in the broadcast. You have to forgive me, my track map isn't particularly descriptive here, but I had it flipped around. So Paddock Bend is at the top of the circuit by the paddock, believe it or not. You'd think I'd have figured that one out. And then what I was referring to as Paddock Bend is actually the Stuart S's, I believe, as we've got a spinner. Interestingly, at the first corner, someone's gone straight on. It's awkwardly right in my blind spot here in the commentary gantry. As juniors make their way back past me once again. Leon Parker still trying to attack Blake Hutton, but to no avail so far, as that cart's going to try and get itself back going again. I'm not 100% certain who it is. There's potential that it's Grace Mount that's gone off. As I said, I'm not 100% sure. I know she's certainly lost a position this lap. Meanwhile, Jamie Sherman Chase is getting himself into a bit of a battle. He's looking for the lightweight third, fifth position, I believe. I'm having to eyeball it on my monitor, as I'll let you know the identity of that stricken go-kart in a moment, as they do get themselves back going again right in front of the junior lead. Actually, as the juniors do go through, it's still Aston Lupton in the lead of the race, of course. Blake Hutton and Leon Parker second and third position as they start to make their way past me. I'll be able to tell you who's who as Aston, who finished fifth overall last time out at Tamworth, leads pretty comfortably. Stricken go-kart was kart number 23, which, as I go down the order, I can tell you that was Liv Metcalf. So it was Liv Metcalf who, I want to say, made the mistake. I think actually the go-kart possibly broke on her, unfortunately, which is why she went off at the first corner. So she moves into what is effectively last position. Aston Lupton still leading from Blake Hutton with 9 minutes to go in this race in your juniors. Hassan Zafar has just set the fastest lap in the lightweight category. That's the senior class, of course, in old money. Lewis Blench on the previous lap making up a position, as did Jamie Sherman Chase. That is how your top 5 runs in the lightweights. Set to be updated. As for the juniors, we've got Aston Lupton, Blake Hutton, Leon Parker, Sam Makinson, Louis Canlett, Grace Mount and Tyler. Your top 7. And of course, Liv Metcalf has just come into the pit lane, presumably to be put back out into position. There was almost a moment there as they headed into hairpin 2 that I thought that potentially Blake Hutton was going to get himself past Aston Lupton, but it wasn't to be. In the end, Aston had him covered off pretty well. It looked like Blake actually went a little bit deep. They have also dropped Leon Parker at this stage in the race. They're about a second to 2 seconds lap faster than Leon is at the moment. Make it about a second and a half if you average it out. Aston Lupton is having a wonderful day so far. Leon Parker probably falling into the hands of Daytona Tamworth Super Champs regular Sam Makinson just behind him, as Liv Metcalf has now been put back out into position. So she'll be updated on my timing screen shortly, I'm sure, as she goes behind Sam Makinson and ahead of Louis Canlett. So certainly that's what it looks like to me they've done, is put her back out into position. We've got a battle in the lightweights as well, heading into the first corner. Looks like Tom Shipman might well be involved in this one. Can't quite see as they've all caught up to the lightweights, so it's all caught up with the juniors, I should say, so it's a little bit difficult to spot actually who's battling who at this point. as it is Tom Shipman, kart number 27, second place in your lightweight category. He's actually caught up to your race leader, Barry Lakes, who's in kart number 26 for those of you who are around the circuit. Lewis Blench in third position, has just set the fastest lap of the race and now tries to attack as we've got a spinner into the chicane. Again, I can't quite see who that is, but it is a spinner. As your lightweights battling for the lead, as by the looks of things, Barry Lakes at the front of this train is going to have a very difficult time. Tom Shipman is going to try and attack into Paddock Bend, goes down the inside line. I believe that's on Barry Lakes, and he does make the move, and I think into the lead of the race. Let's wait to see what the timing screens say it is. So it's Tom Shipman into the lead of the race, ahead of Lewis Blench, excuse me, as the person who spun actually appears to be your former race leader. So Tom Shipman, actually, I'm hearing in my ear, is that has received a 5-second time penalty, so I'll wait to confirm that. Tom Shipman leading the lightweight class now with a 5-second penalty. However, he might not be leading the class for long because Lewis Blench has just gone back into the lead of the race. Further behind, they're still squabbling it out. Jamie Sherman-Chase is watching on as he tries to defend himself. As I have to look all the way down the timing screen, this is very tricky to spot. He's alongside Freddie Winskill and Adam Barris is Jamie Sherman-Chase. That's interesting for him. The lightweight lead certainly looks to be up for contention as the juniors more sorted out. Lewis Blench into the lead of the race across the line then. Second place Tom Shipman, Hassan Zafar in third place, Barry Lakes and Lewis Ashforth, your top five, but it could go either way as they go into the first hairpin. Going defensive is Tom Shipman as he's trying to stay ahead of Hassan Zafar, who was in the lead of this race not too long ago, as Hassan goes to the outside line, tries to get himself ahead of Tom Shipman, can't quite do so. They're side by side though. The switchback is on for Hassan Zafar. Has he got the legs to make the move up to the top of the circuit? Heavy braking zone, the right-hander here as he goes to the inside line. Tom Shipman will indeed lose the position, but it's still got to be done into the chicane, and Hassan Zafar gains that spot back, so he's into second position. Tom Shipman falls to third. Barry Lakes is still behind, but has got Lewis Ashforth right on his tail. So with 4 minutes to go in this race, absolutely up in the air as to who will win this lightweight category. Certainly Lewis Blench has gained a little bit of time on this lap. Aston Lupton, fastest lap of the race, by the way, on the last lap, 58.960, so he is flying ahead of Blake Hutton, who's actually lost a little bit of time in the last couple of laps to Leon Parker, who for the first time in this race is starting to match, if not exceed, the lap times of Blake Hutton. So there's a potential that that's going to turn into a battle as well. 12-minute heat, of which we are 8 minutes into, as Tom Shipman and Hassan Zafar will resume their battle into the top of the circuit. As further behind, Lewis Ashforth is going to try and go to the outside line of Barry Lakes, but can't quite find his way through. Meanwhile, I'm watching Lewis Blench get past a little bit of back marker traffic as Tom Shipman tries to set himself up for a move. He's going to try it into Paddock. You'd think that'll be the best opportunity. He's carrying that 5-second time penalty, of course, and hasn't quite been able to make the move into Paddock Bend. As all goes off is Lewis Blench, by the looks of things. Excuse me, it's Hassan Zafar who went off. He went to the outside line. He's managed to collect it back together again, but out of Paddock Bend. He's just gone onto the grass on driver's left, and that has meant that he has just about fallen behind Tom Shipman, who is carrying that penalty. Reminder, so in the lightweight, it's car number 32, which is Lewis Blench, ahead of Tom Shipman and Hassan Zafar. Then further behind, it's car number 26, Barry Lakes, and Lewis Ashforth still battling along as they head now into the top of the circuit. We're on lap 8 of this race. We've got 3 minutes still to go, and I've seen that Aston Lupton has just crossed the line, so I would suspect 3 laps from this point in order for us to get to a conclusion in this race. As oh dear, we have a kart slow, and that is kart number 29, which I believe belongs to Freddie Winskill, and I'm afraid to say it does, so he's slow as well. He's another kart issue in this race, and that's really frustrating for Freddie Winskill, who's now moving over to let the junior guys through, and in fact pulls off well over to the side of the road, so that kart's completely gone on him. So Freddie Winskill's off the circuit. that will surely be a yellow flag, and it is, as everyone just being mindful not to overtake under yellow as they go past me. I don't think they've quite got the move, as there goes Lewis Ashforth down the inside line. He's now finally seen the yellow flag. So as they came out of the second hairpin, he's just gone to the inside line and then eventually realised that we are still indeed yellow. And that's for Freddie Winskill, of course. 1 minute 46 to go. Aston Lupton is soon to start a new lap. He's just started a new lap, actually. He's making his way into the second hairpin, which is about a third of the way around the lap. Still covered by yellows, of course, as they try and get Freddie Winskill's kart back going, which they have done. So your order at the moment: Aston Lupton ahead of Blake Hutton, Leon Parker, Sam Makinson, your top 4. Lewis Blench is your leading lightweight, with Louis Canlett just behind, Hassan Zafar, Tom Shipman, Barry Lakes, the rest of your lightweight top 4. Hassan Zafar now into that second spot, and staying in that second spot for now as well. Louis Canlett is battling with Liv Metcalf. I believe that is actually for position, as I think Liv got put back out into position and just hasn't been given a lap back on the timing screen. Aston starting a new lap as well, and this will be his final lap of the race. Last lap is on the board. There's for those potentially listening along in the clubhouse, there's a digital board which displays all of that information just over the start line gantry. As Aston Lupton starts that final lap of the race then, and he's managed to gain 5.2 seconds ahead of Blake Hutton, who has been reeled in by Leon Parker. Not enough to the point that Leon is going to be able to have a go in this final lap. There's about a second between the two of them, but just enough that it makes it very exciting a little bit later on in this race. Further behind, Lewis Blench looks to have wrapped up the lightweight victory. Hassan Zafar in second position, but for how long here? Tom Shipman's just behind as he navigates some junior traffic. Tom gets past Liv Metcalf as well, so Tom Shipman is going to stay in third. Rounding the final corner, Aston Lupton, he takes victory in the first junior race of the day. 5.2 seconds will be the winning margin once they get to the line. Jamie Sherman-Chase, meanwhile, has got a bit of defending to do as he tries to go through the final corner. As that's going to be interesting. He's almost half a lap down, I believe, is Jamie Sherman-Chase. They cross the line. Just about holds on for the time being. I'll take you through the order completely very shortly. Lewis Blench has just won in the lightweight category. Hassan Zafar and Tom Shipman follow through for your top 3. Is Lewis Ashforth and Barry Lakes the top 5. Jamie Sherman-Chase was battling along, I was going to say with Freddie Winskill, but he must have had an issue in this race, Jamie Sherman-Chase, because he ended up being a lap down.
I'm here with Aston Lupton, who just won that race outright in the junior class. That was brilliant driving from you, Aston. How was it?
It was brilliant. Absolutely got a good start off the line, and yeah, got away with it perfectly actually.
And how did you find the race in general with the track and the kart?
Yeah, the track's good. The kart was up to scratch. Yeah, led me to leave a massive gap at the end to let me in the race.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Well done. Great drive.
Thank you.